Hello and welcome to a quick episode. Excuse me. Welcome to a quick episode of Que-stead-Que. I decided to come on today to show y'all how to, for those of you who make homemade vanilla. Now, as you all know, my absolute favorite is the rum vanilla. And here is a batch here that is a year old. That's the pint. And then my 2-year, let me come over to this junky table. These are just regular vodka vanillas for other people. My sister, a friend, and then that's mine. I don't really, well, I like the vodka because that's regular vanilla, but what I love is the rum vanilla. And so to recap, and I did a video on Facebook Live the other day of me taste testing. I went out and spent $50 on some premium rum called Kirk and Sweeney, and I taste tested it. And although I'm not a drinker, for what is used for, or what is going to be used for, I loved it. So I'm getting ready to make a 2-year batch with that, and I'm actually going to go and spend another $50 and buy another batch to make a regular rum vanilla, because you know I can't stay out of my regular, and this is made with Bacardi, and I love it. Okay. Then I tried to go cheap and order some vanilla beans from some independent, hold on, I just dropped them, from some independent seller. And look at this mess, y'all. I said before, it don't even smell like vanilla. It smells like a combination of raisins and butt, okay? Look at them. They are horrible. So those go to the garbage. That was $20 wasted. So for $25, I was able to order 25 beans from Vanilla Bean Kings. Y'all, just deal with them. The originators of vanilla beans, Madagascar. I mean, there may be some others out there, but the surefire ones for me are the Vanilla Bean Kings. So that's who I'm dealing with. Okay, so that's the Bacardi rum, the 2-year, which I couldn't stay out of. I've gone through a quarter of that, so I'm gonna top that off with some more Bacardi as soon as the vanilla beans arrive on Monday, because I'll have 5 left over from the good batch that I'm about to make. But anyway, so this is just a regular box cake, and I hope I don't drop this flour. Okay, it's just a regular Pillsbury, and I have found this particular box cake on sale for 99 cents a few months back. And I decided to just buy it because it was 99 cents, right? Golden butter. Okay, so instead of the oil, you add a 1/3 cup of butter, which is right there. 3 eggs. Okay, let me pour the cake mix in the mixer. And this is my KitchenAid mixer that I bought. I've had it 3 years now. I bought it at my favorite Goodwill store called Value World. I paid $25. They had it priced. Actually, they had it priced at $100, and it was the day after Thanksgiving, so they put everything 50% off of, the price that they were asking for the items. And I thought that would be gone because I saw it the day before, and it was priced at $100. No. Let me back up. It was priced at $75. And so I was like, okay, if they still have it tomorrow, I can go and get it. 50% off that, which would make it, what's 50% off 75? Let's see. I think 35 and 35 is 32.50 or something like that. So I knew it was going to be 50% off. But then it was senior day also. And although I'm a senior now, but I wasn't a senior 3 years ago. I was right under, but they always let me get stuff on senior day. So since it was senior day too, I ended up getting like an extra 25% off. So when it was over and done with, I think I paid $25 for this KitchenAid mixer. Now, mind you, it was dirty, it was nasty, it was beat up. I mean, it looked horrible. I brought this thing home. I looked at it real good. I took it apart. All the screws where I could get them out, got all that mess out of it. And this thing has been running like a sewing machine ever since. So instead of going out spending $400, $500, $600 for a KitchenAid mixer, I have this old trusty. It's an old one too. And it works just fine. And I am so happy because I was wanting a decent mixer. Okay, so let's add, okay, so this calls for the cake mix, the 3 eggs. I always separate my eggs because, believe me, one time I went to make, I think it was some meatloaf and needed to add an egg, and I'll be doggone if the egg didn't have blood in it. Hold on, I'm setting this up because I need to crack this other egg. Okay, I've got two more to crack. So that's one. It's a good egg. No blood in it. And I got that from my mother. I don't know if that means anything or not, but my mother, she would never use an egg if it had blood in it. Okay, so the eggs, that worked out. Let me put this in my dishwater that's already made up. Hold on, let me throw this away. Okay, we got the eggs. Now we're gonna melt the butter. I didn't have it out long enough for it to soften. I prefer softened butter. Hold on, let me set this over here. I actually prefer softened butter, room temperature, but because I forgot to take it out, it's still hard, so I'm gonna just soften it for a few seconds here. So there it is, it's going round and around. And it doesn't have to melt or anything. I just want to soften it. There we go. It's starting to, it's hitting. Okay, there we go. Because I actually like to see the butter blend in, you know, kind of solid and soft. Okay, so we got that. And then it calls for a cup of water. So let me pour the cup of water in. And I just dump all my ingredients in. I don't need to wash the cup because it's water. Let me dump the butter in. Try to get it towards the middle. I shouldn't have put that beater on there. Okay, hold on. I need to scrape this out. Hold on. I gotta set this down one more time. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna open the secret ingredient. Okay. I don't want a tinge of this butter not going into this cake because that's what makes it a butter cake. And it's a yellow butter cake. And when I say it's good, anytime my sister liked it, and I'm still trying to get this butter off of my finger. Hold on. Some of it went on the side of the, okay. Hold on, one more, okay. And let me set that up there because I'm gonna be using that again. Okay, let me open this vanilla while I'm up here. While the phone is up here, rather. Ooh, the smell I just love every time I open it. And this is the rum made with Bacardi. I love this stuff. Okay, so the recipe does not call for the vanilla, but that is my secret ingredient. And this vanilla takes the cake. Ooh, it smells good. God, if y'all had smell-o-vision. This takes the cake to a new level. It makes it not even into a box cake. At that point, once you add this vanilla, and because of the strength of it, I usually add, the last time I added a tablespoon of vanilla, I think I'm going to do the same because the more you add, the better. And it doesn't overpower the cake. Actually, it's not quite a tablespoon, but it's a little more than a teaspoon. So that's about the measurement that I go with. So it's a little more than it's like maybe a teaspoon and a half that I add. And I pour that right in the middle. It's in there. Okay. Move that to the side. Drop this down. And what I love about this mixer is all you got to do is turn it on. I usually turn it on the fold first just to get the ingredients going. You don't even have to stand there or anything. I mean, it does everything on its own. Okay, it's folded. And then I turn it up to, I usually turn it up to 3. And let's see, how long do I beat it? For 2 minutes. Let's see, 3 is 6:16. I'll beat it to 6:18. The oven is preheated. Okay, everything is in there. Let me turn it down a little bit. I'm not folding it, but I just turned it down to 2 instead of 3. That seemed to be a little bit too powerful. And I've already got my cake pan oiled and floured. I don't trust the pan. I tried that one time with another cake, and the cake stuck and fell apart and everything else. So I'm old school. A little cooking oil and flour, and I pat it around. And this is lined with, I got some flour on the tube here, but for the most part I oiled it, so it always comes out good. And this has been done for a few hours, so that's why it's looking the way it looks, but it'll be okay. Okay, we got one more minute here. Let me scrape. I see some side stuff here. Let me see if I can get that scraped down. Ooh. In fact, let me stop it so I can scrape it down before I mess up my thing. Okay, I'm scraping. It's just a little of the cake batter that stuck to the sides and a little of the butter. I want everything in there, everything. Come on, come off of there, come off. Okay. Alrighty, and we're at 2 minutes, but I'm gonna let it fold just a wee bit longer. Okay. And we are done. So I usually let it set for a few minutes, first of all, so that the batter can drain off of the beater. And then I'm gonna pour it into the, and I'm gonna go off camera to do that. I'm gonna pour it into the cake pan. Y'all know what that looks like. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is come back for part 2 once the cake is complete. And I'll show you that, and then I'm gonna show you how I make my homemade icing or frost or glaze for the cake. That's real simple. You just use brown sugar, not brown sugar, powdered sugar, half a teaspoon of lemon juice. That's what I usually put in it. Sometimes I don't put anything. You need a little bit of butter and a teaspoon of water, either a teaspoon or tablespoon of water. You mix it up real good, with I just use my spatula for that. You mix it up real good, and then once the cake cools off, you put the glaze on the cake. And I always add a half teaspoon. Now that measurement is precise because I played around with it, and a half teaspoon of the rum vanilla to the glaze is perfect. It gives it a vanilla flavor, but it doesn't overpower the flavor of the glaze itself. Same way with, in here, a little bit over under a tablespoon is perfect. You're gonna taste the vanilla, and it makes this cake real rich, but then it mellows out. It's very good, very good. Okay, so let me get off. We're at almost 15 minutes here. So I shall return once the cake is done, and I'll let you see the frosting process and me. I'm not gonna glaze the cake. I'll just show you the cake, and then I'll glaze later. I will talk to you later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.